So this is a bit of a controversial, maybe contrarian take on something that I find is so ubiquitous when female artists talk about their work or their character preparation, whether as a singer, as a writer, certainly as an actress, is this notion that every woman that they portray or play or create is a strong woman. I'm all for strong women in life, sure, but it's not truthful. Like Juliet, she's 14 years old. She's not a strong woman. She is a young girl who is the unfortunate victim of circumstance of all these different male machinations. Like she's not a strong woman. That doesn't make her a bad woman. That doesn't make her a weak woman. Maybe she would have been a strong woman had she gotten to grown to adulthood. The fact of the matter is, if we always describe Juliet and Ophelia, or Carrie and Julie in Carousel, or any of these other characters as like de rigueur, like they are strong because like that's what we have to say to be, I don't know, politically apropos, or because that makes us somehow progressive. I think that is so inherently uncreative and anti-evolutionary in terms of, just speaking about who we are as women and like what our creative prowess is. Like the tragedy of Ophelia is that there are ways in which she isn't strong. And like she does show strength in certain ways, but she ultimately goes mad because she has such sensitivity in the world, and due to the constraints of the circumstances and everything else that's happening in her life, she can't fully express or realize, what she wants in life. And she's ultimately discarded by a callous, preoccupied Hamlet, and she goes mad as a result. And that is how her life ends. It doesn't make her bad or uninteresting or inferior or not capable in many other ways. It just means that, like, I don't think describing her as a strong woman is the most interesting or reflective way to describe her. It's also, I mean, let's be real. Like, I think if even for the characters who are these like remarkably contrarian or feisty or more like strong-willed characters, let's be like specific. We have more words in the English language than strong. I mean, strong typically means like strength. What, like she's a strong woman, she can like bench press? Is that what you're saying? I No, I don't think that's what you're saying. I think actually the tragedy of a lot of great literature and shows, especially because, yes, for so much of history, women weren't given the most interesting storylines, or due to like what their actual roles in society were being more limited, they have the chance to initially show their fortitude in the same way that all these male characters did. I totally get that. I think portraying and honoring that is a far more honest and actually compelling thing to do than trying to make every female in musical theater or opera from so long ago some like progressive feminist hero. I don't think we need to rewrite every musical to be like some modern tale. What's great about producing new work is that we can actually reflect where women are today and who they are, and tell the stories of like legitimately strong women who are actually living in an age where they can express that more vocally, more viscerally. I think we have bigger vocabularies, both literally and figuratively, to talk about the characters that we've been inspired by or who make up the history of who we are, and or how we've cataloged the female experience thus far. It's more a form of really honoring the former constraints on our sex, if you will, to be more honest about the ways in which their strength had to be more coyly deployed and exemplified, because it wasn't always safe to just be an unabashed, quote, strong woman. Their strength and their intelligence had to manifest, sometimes more subtle and subversive ways.